Hey, Nicola Light here. Do you find yourself wanting to rescue others? Do you find yourself wanting to be of service, but you don't know where you're going? Do you feel this sort of sense of urgency to really get started on with your journey and you're sort of like milling about and you're a bit procrastination and maybe you're igniting a little bit of triggering in other people around you? Let's go into that subject today. I want to really sort of get deep into the crossover and the balance between being of service and actually interfering with other people's spiritual journey and all that goes with that within relationships, and how you can sort of morph and change into really stepping forward into what it is that you came here to do. Okay, so let's get into this particular video for you. If you want to go deeper into your healing journey and being of service, then come and join me in this video today. Da gion o karabakian and o karabakiata and a karabaki ind o rambakrete man anmakiata. Everything that we do from our heart. Dan anamakola basho makiatan, and it is through this space of our humanness we start to open up our hearts to be of service, to be in existent and coexisting with our higher self, and then really embodying it into the physical body, and then experiencing that in our lives. So out of trauma from the ego mind structure of the old programming of self, and then stepping really deeper into yourself. So I'm going to bring forward these codes today. So we're bringing forward an activation to help you shift. And to do that, well, I want you to receive the codes from your perspective, and then we're going to unpack the codes and what it does energetically within your system, so that you can see it and unpack it from a humanness side of understanding what light codes do for you. And I'm going to bring in my whiteboard, which is sort of over to the side, and I'll be able to give you some information there. If you're new to my channel, then stay to the end, because normally at the end there's a little nugget of information that really sort of sets things off. And if you are new to my channel, check out all my details below as well to help and assist you on with your journey and go through all of this wonderful content that I have here on my YouTube channel. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, let's get on. Again, so we're going to come in with some light codes first of all, and then, as I said, we just interpret it, see what's happening, and get an understanding of your mind. The subject matter and the intentions for today is about the balancing between a sense of desperation of wanting to help people, and also then knowing your own self-worth, and then stepping into your full mission work. Okay, let's get some information from my higher self. I'm going to bring that information through for my own understanding, because I hold a question inside of myself. I want to present outwardly on this video what it is that I'm getting. So I'm working very organically, and yeah, and in that process, jump on board and piggyback on my healing journey, and then whether you want to take it for your own, there's all of that goes with it. So okay, let's get going up. Da legian to o karabakiata and a karakiata man amoso bakiata. So we're asking the universe for a higher understanding of this balancing act that we have. Thank you. And also procrastination as well, codes, please. So release everything that no longer serves you through all time space, that no longer serve your balancing act between the ego and the co-creation of the universal system. So I'm bringing forward some fire codes here, taking a nice deep breath in to accept the codes into my heart space, to release everything that no longer stops and starts the experience. Wanting nice fluid flow, not famine or complete overburdenness, but just I want a flow state of information. I'm going to move that out of my body. So I'm going to shake it through. So I invite you to do the same by tapping into that energy, not hooking into our system. We're just moving deeper into ourselves, just piggybacking on, but not hooking into the system. So deepen into the experience with that connection with the fire codes, which is an energetic connection. We'll talk about that all later as we go deeper into the video. So just fluffing up that heart chakra a little bit, just to get any dense vibrations out of that energetic flow, so we can move that energy down the central column of light and move it down into the heel for the healing journey. Thank you. Alagyan to ko launch o lakia tan a kada kiti and a kol mo krabakia tan to ko losh on all akia tada asha. Remember, we know this all. We just need to remember, okay? So we just clear any blocks of mind to understand, to inner stand, to ignite that wisdom within. Da. Dan an o karabakia tok on o lokosh tok o lakia that and a karakit in a karakirieta. So now I've created a little space in the heart. I can accept and to receive that download of information, Dagaya, into the original template of the Earth system. I'm making space in my physical body, releasing any blocks, calls, contracts, using my breath, wiggling the body. Shake it through. Ilagiata kore viene crescia. Wiko 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 giadarane shagra kiata. Bakore bishangra kiata. And that's that wonderful sort of energy that you get with this sort of like, it's almost like this figure 8 that comes in that allows you to really sort of get down into the body and just sort of start to move the energy through, and it sort of gives that beautiful sort of sense of balance and sort of infinite sort of wealth of flow state as it moves up the body. The last video that I did actually is sort of checking on that one, which was sort of talking about the energy flow, which this sort of symbolism that sort of comes to mind, and that beautiful flow state of your central column of light. On my Patreon, I've got some playlists actually, so please message me if you want to sort of connect with those playlists. You can actually access them without going on Patreon itself, but I do hold that data, that information on there, as well as other playlists that are going to be accessible for you all as I sort of work through my program of how to actually play the game Earth and how to awaken, which is a separate subject. But let's get back on track, Nicola, into the alignment and the balancing of your energy to allow you to sort of see past the illusion of desperation or wanting to help people because they need it, because you know all of it. You know all of it. You know all of it. You will know all of it. Okay, right. Let's see ourselves then in this manner, that we are this beautiful sovereign being of light. La. We are there standing upon the original template of the Earth system with a beautiful big smile upon our face on a surfboard with a wobbly 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 wobbly. It's a big wobbly surfing dude here. Na legion no bogra bakianta ansabakura. So as we sort of surf upon the planet, we're connected to the universal system, and we're starting to sort of download the data as it comes into our head unit, and we go surfing. Okay, you're surfing the waves and you're in bliss state here. Okay, you're starting to shiny out your light, and you see people around you here. They're a little bit down in the damps. They're not feeling very happy about it at all. They're in the illusionary field here. And the original is here. No, original. And so they're sort of hooked into this system, but they've got to push through here. And you know this because you're surfing on this bliss state, on this bliss wave. And you see that they're very unhappy, so they're in their emotions. And you see them and you say, within those relationships that you have around you, I want to help you. I know all the answers. This is me. Honestly, this is absolutely me. When I was sort of waking up through my journey, I was like surfing, coasting it in love light. And you sort of step almost into this sort of spiritual ego, and you want to be there to assist people in your relationships, and so like, I know all the answers. And I had this rant with my family once, and I said, oh my God, I've got all the keys. I've got all the keys. I know how to do this. And all you need to do is follow me, because you don't know what you're doing. Now, not being funny or anything, but if I was told that myself, I'd go like, cheeky. It's a bit cheeky, isn't it? That you think that actually that you're better than me. And with that sense of wanting to help somebody, it actually turns the tables a little bit, because there's almost like you're shining your light out and you want to shine it out to this person, but they're going to be literally shining it back and then seeing you, belittling you, because they're seeing you as little. And they see then that they think that you are better than them, or you think that you're better than them. And it's this sort of cycle that happens in with relationships that start to sort of come into play, and it creates a little bit of disturbance between relationships, because you think that you know it all when we do, but we don't, but we do, but we don't, but we do, but we don't, but we do, from our own inner truth. Now, for these individuals there that sit to the side, they're going to be thinking, I'm okay. I know everything that I'm in. I'm in my mind here. I'm in the illusion of who I am. My identification is of my emotion, and where I'm at is that I'm actually sitting in my illusion and mind cycle. And I cannot see past that illusion of who I am. And so they see this light as a bit of irritation, and then they want to sort of like condemn you and tell you that you are a little bit crazy, and they want to lock you up in a mental institute, which I have actually experienced myself, believe it or not. I really have. Um, and and it's not nice to experience, because we know that we're moving through the illusion, and we know that we're sort of waking up to the greater aspects of ourselves. But to actually force ourselves onto this individual, it's not it's not very pleasant for that individual to see, and we're not being compassionate within our own understanding of actually that they need to work through their own journey. A wonderful friend years ago said, you cannot row everybody's boat. You row your own boat. Row your own boat. It's like you can seed, we can offer, we can be of guidance, we can present, just like here with me, with you on the channel. If you're not with me, then it means that you're not not resonating with me. But if you are, there's like, oh, okay, I'm intrigued. There is something here that Nicola is experiencing, that I see within her, that I see my potential of that opportunity for my engagement with myself, that 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 will enable me to rise and shine out of my illusion. Okay, tagian no do grabakianta. Yeah, tukomoloshmakiatan. So let's go back onto the board then and sort of go deeper into the balancing act. So we've got us shiny, 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 all shiny, shiny, la la la, and we're all happy, happy, happy. But how do we then awaken within this journey the others that are starting to awaken out of the illusion, as they start to tap into the original template of the Earth system, and they're starting to be a little bit confused? This is where this beautiful shift happens within our reality of being in our surfing stage, and where we can then be of assistance, because the seeds have been planted. And rather than forcing the information onto these individuals, which are around us, which are so beautiful, then it's a case of, okay, I'm of service. I know what's happening to me. I'm not forcing my opinions and objectives and pointing fingers at you. I am experiencing what I'm experiencing. I will seed and share maybe Nicola's video, or something that's happening to me, or a book, or somebody else's video or something on Facebook or whatever it is, you might just go like, I'm just going to seed it. But when we force that opinion of our own truth on somebody else, it belittles that individual. You're almost condemning that individual, as I said. So the balance needs to come in where we are just shining, and for everyone that needs to see us to be attracted to us, rather than us forcing the information at the person. What we're doing is we're literally placing a bit of a beam of light outwardly and inwardly to attract those to come to us. Because when they are needing the whole knowledge or intelligence or breaking free of the illusion, they will then start to then pulse out a want and a need to the universe, so that then the individual can then say, okay, show me the way, show me the way, show me the way. And then the universe says, there's Nicola here. And so then with that, then the individual can then find you here by that pulse of light inside of yourself, that you're being of service and assistance, rather than throwing out, you need help, you need help. Da. Elakiant pokot la shie, kun o forabakiant of an akratetesh, bok mo clash ant equan eta, dan anto vosh ant ohram bakieta. An anto kolosh bakiaton tok olosh a tek it ena kai ena a. Dan an o forabaki it end o rabakieteri shi vang a krakiat und o rabakiata na a. So just take that deep breath in then, and have that understanding of this whole journey of that we move and morph and change through stepping stones of experience. And I've spoken about this all the time. And that each individual stage, you will see that you will work through spiritual ego, that you will work through the I have all the keys and you don't know what you're doing type energy. And that's okay, because these are all experiences for us to see within us who we truly are, the steps and the stages of the evolution of the soul's journey. As you then morph and change into the understanding of how I heal myself, as I am only the healer of myself. And then with the assistance of how did I do that, then comes in for others, for you to attract to you. And there is where the beautiful balance occurs. Because when this happens, there is this that goes on. There is this wonderful balance between this and this, the give and the take, or we could say receive. The giving and the receiving. Here is where the balance states. Da. Diana anama korabikianto o rambakiatok ono lush tak antaka alakiato tomo korabakiatam. So don't judge yourself for in your relationships and people around you by trying to persist and to force your intelligence and wisdom at them. It is a stage and it's okay. And though I did a video a little while back, it was about honoring people's journey as stepping stones as well. And try not to overjudge people for their practices and where they align to. If they're working with purely angelics and things outside of themselves, let them. They're there to help people on their journey. They're there to rise up in the vibration of their next evolutionary step. But know that your healing journey is your healing journey. You come first every single time. And when you can balance that masculine, feminine energy inside of yourself, then externally with your own relationships, you can then balance that energy between you and the individual as you give and receive, give and receive, and receive and give. Because not only do you actually heal yourself, you also heal by the interaction, by the mirrors of the individuals that come and connect with you as you connect your dots. So the energetics of it all is that their dot is there also as a sense of mirror. And in many of my sessions, I must say, I learn an awful lot of myself through being of service to others. And I get some wonderful comments, and please keep your comments coming because they really help me see what it is that I can do to assist myself and also how I assist you. So, with this beautiful synergy, this beautiful balance of energy flowing from this way or that, is that whether it's in relationships or whether it's being of service on a one-to-one or mentoring, healing journeys with how do I do it, or online courses, or whatever it is, whether it's a book you're reading, whatever it is, just know that you will go through these steps and stages, but it's about balance, balance, balance all the way to go up, 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 because the only way is up on this journey. We're going through the ascension, but it's balancing the mind, the body, and the soul for you to then really step into your remembrance of why you came here in the first place, which is another subject entirely. Alagianto o mokoloboshon kyoton, man antaka esha nakiata. Let's just finish off with some codes for you. For a deeper understanding and a balancing within yourself, is that yes, you are here of service, but it does take a linear time for it all to unfold, for you to have that sense of rite of passage, for you to be where you are meant to be. So don't worry about this or that, or about wanting to rise up and this person's doing that and I want to do it that. No, you don't. Do it your way. Everything is your way. These codes are my codes, and whatever you want to receive through these codes, there will be a spark of inspiration within yourself for your own inner journey to come online. And however you do that is your way of doing it. There is no guru, there is no someone outside of yourself that will rescue you. We can walk hand in hand together as we devise these programs and beautiful lessons through our own journey of remembrance of how did you do that. But otherwise, just have this sense of balance within yourself, is that if you're over giving, if you're over nurturing, if you're over pointing fingers as that you're in the illusion that you don't know what you're doing, is everything that comes online in balance, balance, balance. Alakianto o makulakiaton tuk olosh ant equad ant man anasha. So I want you to place your hands on your hearts at the moment, and then place your hands down on your tummy here. Kianta. Alakianto o labakush makiatan. Alakiata umvakriata. Da. Alakion o vodabekind e shambakaishu kukun tukulokosha. You are exactly where you need to be. Alagianto o makiata na Asia. You are absolutely perfect. Elagianto o moklobakoropisya makiata. You may be working through illusion. Alakia. Molokono woloshomakiatan asya makiatan. Breaking free of the mind, alakianto, of the control, alakoyasha, out of the illusion. Mana mbakaishu nukulukoasha nakiatam. It is about rising up and centering yourself from the upper body and lower body and the mind to adjust into the knowing. It is the as above, so below, as within, as without. Alakionto o mokuluosha makiatan, man antova alakiato dobasha makiatam. It is the sense of balance, alamakorabiakia, in this dualistic experience. So lift up to your heart now. Take a deep breath in. Have deep realization is that you're perfect the way you are. There is actually no healing per se that is needed within your journey. You are exactly where you need to be. Take a deep breath on that. The healing is about bringing the energy down the body to the heel, into the original template. It is about the energy run. It is nothing else other than that. It is about the release of energy that is vibrating at the energy that no longer serves you, that is resonating at the energy that it prevents you from rising. These perceived blocks are shifting within us regardless of whether we do the work or not. It is about a practice that will amplify and quicken a process only, and amplify and quicken the process, and amplify and quicken the process. When we set about an intention and a movement, a commitment into the movement of remembrance, the remembrance of our inner light wisdom. It is here where we journey into ourselves, and everything that we need, if we ask a question, is inside. The answer is inside. Outwardly projecting in, we search, we receive, we receive, we receive until we're at that point of balance, of non-dualistic experience of you and I. We see ourselves as I am presence. We see ourselves in our rise of compassion within our heart and empathic within the connection to all around us. They're not the pointing of fingers of knowing that this person doesn't understand me yet. And may they not, but they will one day as they rise with you. But if it's not in this now moment, allow them to work through their journey, because they are also perfect too. Yeah. It always is a lesson, isn't it? Is that sometimes that we go about our days with our relations that sit side by side and may trigger us left, right, and centre, and our beautiful kryptonite people, as I call them. Or whether they're people that we see that we think that we might judge them for their stage and step of the journey of their spiritual journey. No one is right and no one is wrong within it. We just are. So the more that we can come together and see each other in that manner, the better. The more that we rise together without judgment and honouring each other through the journey, the better. The quickening of the process without the dualistic experience of this spiritual practice is better than this one. That light coder holds dark codes. This one does that and that does this, and that one's got an entity attachment. No, we haven't. It's a shadow within. It's a perception of reality. So rise up and balance out. The time is now. Okay, if you got to the end of this video, pop on a comment. The only way is up. In union, we must come together, guys, okay? Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate you signing up for any of my courses, my Patreon, signing up and celebrating my YouTube channel or my video content presentations by liking and subscribing. It just helps the channel grow when we start to communicate on with my video content with so like each other's comments as well. It will help me get seen a little bit more, so that all of this information can come forward for others that are seeking. Before I go, actually, I do want to actually say that if you are in England at all in September, I'm actually going to be speaking at an event with Alexander Quinn and Adrian Lee and another speaker, which not actually has been put together as yet. But we're speaking in Glastonbury at the Town Hall on the 13th of September. So if you want to align to that and come and meet me in person, that would be amazing. I will be also wanting to travel around and to come to different spaces. So reach out to me if there is a beautiful event that is running near you that I could hop on with. Then I would be gladly grateful of receiving the information. So if you stay to the end of this and you fully committed in working with me, then have a little look on my website. And I'm actually working on a new website with a beautiful lady called Desiree Osman, who lives in Holland, and she's devising my new website. So that's coming out by the end of the month. So terribly excited about that. And it's a wonderful thing, isn't it? Is that when we can start to sort of see the beautiful sort of background of everything that sort of goes on my beautiful dirty cloth as I wipe off my board, and all the things in the distance there. That I must say actually that is also really lovely is that I actually did some light codes here today, which was quite nice to experience. Not sure what that was saying, to be honest with you. They were just codes that were coming out of me. I felt like I needed to do it on the board today. And there was space as well, so I thought I'd do that. So yeah, nice. Thanks for joining me to the end of this video. Like and subscribe, as I said. Check out all the details below. And just know I'm of service. See you all very, very soon. Bye now. Bye.